I think for me, it's you have to, there's trust that goes three ways in this experience, right? Like you and I trust each other, and we trust Julie, and she trusts us. And I think that trust has been built by experiences together. Like we've gone to lots of art workshops, we play around in art when you visit me, and we do goofy things and take risks for fun.
Right.
Like we'll say we can only use two colors, we can only paint with one hand, we have to do something blind. Like we just pose funny risks for ourselves. Maybe would that be part of it?
I think for me it's because I've been a teacher. And I think I ask students to take risks. I want them to get over their fear of math or whatever it is, and I hope that that happens for them. And I think that helped me understand we're all learners, and there is a risk in doing it, but truly the joy is just kind of launching yourself right into it. Because, you know, as we say to our students, like nothing bad will happen, just give it a try. I think that's a message for adults as well.
And I think too, sometimes when we take risks, we're afraid to what? Look stupid, disappoint. But I think that what you just said about we're lifelong learners, right? So we don't have to be perfect. And I used to think that famous artists just woke up one morning and painted amazing paintings. And then I realized that they've probably painted 1,000 paintings before they painted one that they loved or wanted to hang in a gallery, or someone decided should be hung in a gallery. So like give yourself permission to try.
Yeah.
And learn from each iteration, or each time you do something, you learn a little something. Like what did we learn this time?
Well, I was just going to make a comment, Julie. It's your support and encouragement that helped us over a few moments where we were hesitant. You know, you said to us in encouraging ways, go right ahead. Go ahead and try that. Choose that color.
You can always obliterate it.
Yeah.
I think that's the other thing, is feeling like you can try but undo things.
Right. Nothing is permanent.
No, it's not. We're not building a skyscraper.
Yeah.
If you put the wrong beam in, it'll fall down. But here it's choices, the one at a time choices. That's what I'm taking away from this workshop. You don't have to know it all at once. You can just do one thing, figure it out, look at it, decide what your next step is. It's a one thing at a time. The way you cook, the way you garden, the way you do anything else, really. Raise kids.
Well, and I think the other thing is, you know, you allowed us to pause because you paused with us, and you would encourage us to step back, take a look through the magic eyeglass. You know, that doesn't happen in every workshop. Sometimes they're fast and they go so quickly that you barely get a chance to consider what you've done. And I think that was really helpful for me today. And yes,
I think my goal was to paint big and feel free. Definitely, I've achieved that. Definitely. And I think I don't think we've ever been to a workshop where anyone asked us what our goals were.
No, I've never filled in a questionnaire before where someone looked at my paintings ahead of time or
never.
Asked about, you know, my experiences painting. So that kind of caused good reflection for me. And I think, honestly, my hopes going from this was to take what we've learned, especially like larger canvases and different kinds of tools and implements, is not something I've really experienced. I really appreciated not being pushed to use too many colors and really limit that palette, and then use different kinds of techniques to make marks on paper. I thought was fantastic, and that's something I will definitely be continuing with. Yeah.
And I think the confidence to paint bigger, and just think of it as it's just a bigger piece of paper. Like it's not something, you know, some different animal.
Altogether different.
Different, right?
Yeah.
So how did you come to pick me versus all these other places you've been? And was it anything to do with the facility? You probably couldn't tell that online.
No.
Yes, I could actually, because I follow a lot of artists online and I watch their YouTubes, and I watched quite a few of your YouTubes. I also took one of your shorter online courses that you can kind of do at your own pace. So I saw you do some demonstrations, right? And I thought, well, you know what? Here's a woman who seems like she's very kind of down to earth, knowledgeable, fun, specific. And then when we found out that you used to be a lawyer, I think we really liked that idea. And Santa Fe was a big draw because we knew it was an arty place. And if you're going to go somewhere and take an art workshop, I mean, go somewhere good. Like, go Santa Fe, right?
Yeah. Yeah.